You met the elves of Mirkwood, if only briefly. At least Peter had a great time with his kin and feasted with them and shared stories with his brothers. The rest of you were kept down in the peasant quarters and out of the way, out of sight, out of mind.
I get +2 to my rolls, don't
You did, yeah. Yeah,
Do
for
I
the
still?
next 24 hours.
I? All right.
Which, yeah, I'm going to give you that. I'll let you have that for this session. Why not? Go on, see.
So happy.
Never say I'm not a giving lover, Peter.
I've never said that.
You came across a clearing in Mirkwood, which you established was one of the king's feasting locations, where the elves of Mirkwood. There's multiple of these dotted around Mirkwood, and they have these enchanted glades, these safe points, basically, where they go and have these lovely, great feasts out in the forest. And yeah, you decided to use that to your advantage and take a bit of a stop and a rest. Now, unfortunately, Baldur decided to go and take a drink from the stream, and he lost some of his memories. He'd forgotten who he was. He was terrified, and we left it where he'd ran off into the woods.
We left it where he was running off into the woods.
He was indeed, yeah.
Didn't let me react before he.
Well, you know, I left it there, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
So, one thing I also wanted to mention is that our mate, is it Baron? Dylan, I think it's Baron, isn't it? Baron, that's correct. Of the mountains, went scouting through the evening off the path of Mirkwood, and saw it was surrounded by many, many nasty-looking spiders. And I think it was you, wasn't it, Peter, who had a dream of young Belgo being ripped in half by these giant spiders, and suffered shadow points, unfortunately.
That was unfortunate.
So yeah, Baldur runs off into the woods. What does the group want to do?
So before Baldur runs off into the woods, the bride's got this lovely big wolf hound that she's used to hunting.
Mm-hmm.
So she's going to go fetch, and it's going to stop Baldur before he gets to the woods because he's a fabulous hunting.
You think this, but Baldur's already in the woods at this point. And
how would she have missed that if she was already awake?
And your wolfhound certainly gives chase,
but not into the woodline.
Funnily enough, no. Yeah, funny how that plot armor kicks in, and Baldur makes it to the woodline without getting caught by the wolf. And the wolf stops waiting for you. It refuses to go beyond the path without your support, basically, or your say-so.
Okay.
It is a highly trained hound, and it generally follows you. So yeah, what's the plan? Almost immediately, he vanishes into the woodline. It's like it's so thick and dense.
Are there any other sounds apart from him crashing through the underbush?
You hear like snapping and rustling of trees in the distance, and that's about it, really.
Where's this kid?
He's on the cart with you.
From what I can remember, I walked towards him because he didn't look right. He looked like not himself, and when I went towards him, he like recoiled away from me, and then he just turned and ran.
That was Baldur, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So is everybody else asleep or awake?
At the moment, I think it's a mix. I think it was only you that was up on watch, wasn't it, to be fair?
Well,
yes.
And then you woke everyone else up.
From the horrific dream, Avondale sits bolt upright and just says, Baldur, where's Baldur?
And you look around, he is not there.
Lifstan will shout, friends, good Baldur has gone. We must make haste after him.
And the others obviously all rouse and get up as well at that point.
Yeah. Bride was already up, so she's going to see where her wolfhound is, whining at the edge of the woods, knowing full well that would normally stop her. She'd be like, yeah, I'm not going in there.
Scratching at the door of the woods.
He kind of barks. The wolfhound stops and barks. I said he. I don't know. Is it a
It might as well. Yeah, go on.
For a bitch.
It's
I don't know.
they. It's they them.
Don't they them me, Peter.
It.
Okay, so so he stops and just barks and howls basically in that direction, waiting for your command, pretty much.
I think probably I'm keen to go into the woods.
He's depends what you do.
I'm going to go up to him, a hand on his head, and look into the wood. I'm not going to cross the line until the others join me.
Okay, yeah.
Avandia grabs his pack and he's ready to go.
Straight up. Okay.
Brushes it very quickly.
Liftan's going to run swiftly over to the cart. Going to grab a torch out of one of the bags in there, strike the torch, because obviously it's night. I'm going to is Belgor awake or is he still asleep?
Belgo, he's now awake now. You've started shouting that Baldor's
It's
gone.
called Belgo, not Balzac. Okay.
Yeah, he's called Belgo and Baldor.
Belgo.
Baldor is the father and Belgo is the son.
I'm going to say,
yourself.
because we can't leave him here, obviously in the woods on his own, I'm going to say, come with me, little one, and stay close.
Are you sure we want to go into those woods? Because didn't Peter have a really bad dream about them? Sorry, Peter, I don't know your character's name.
Avandia. Avandia says the beasts of Mirkwood await us through those trees. I saw it in a vision. Because I sleep in a trance, not in an actual sleep dream.
Give me a shadow lore check, Peter.
How do I do that? Oh, shadow lore.
Mm-hmm.
+2. 10.
Okay.
What's
Nothing
shadow
more than
lore?
that. Nothing more than that, Peter, I'm afraid.
What's shadow lore?
You know nothing.
Yeah. So, what's Baron doing? What's Trotter doing? Our trusty halfling companion who is confident but doesn't know where they're going.
Trotter's probably gonna get his shield and sword at the ready because it looks like everyone's rallying to follow him into the lovely woods.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just be, are we sure about this? Bit nervous looking. Bit of a coward, I guess. Cowardish.
Yeah.
It's pretty scary, this woods, it looks pretty scary.
It is scary. This is the darkness of Mirkwood and how, it really feels heavy. It's a dense forest, to say the least. What's the plan, guys? Baron, what are you doing?
Yeah, Baron wakes up, grabs his travelling cloak from off him, swings it around and grabs his gear. Catches up with the party and just says, I hope none of you's got arachnophobia. Took the liberty of doing a bit of scouting last night. There's just spiders everywhere.
Now, you look into the forest ahead of you, and in your immediate vicinity, it looks clear.
It's going to be like, I've seen many woods. This is not a wood. I mean, you're not keen to go in unless someone makes me...
You're of the woodsman's tribe, who are probably the most... probably the humans with the most experience in Mirkwood of all of the human races. They at least they live on and around the edges of Mirkwood, and so they know what's in there. They know it's not a nice place, but they also know that it's not like you're not instantly going to get murdered if you go off the track, but you definitely know it's dangerous.
Bloody kids.
Do we take a vote?
But father...
Nice. He's just telling me how he's destroying other teams as Middlesbrough on FIFA. I'll take that.
Up the butter.
Yeah. Love you too.
The chances of getting this man out of there is it worth it?
But not impossible. Doing my best Lloyd Christmas impression. So you're saying there is a chance?
But is it worth it?
I mean, it is if you want to get paid any shekels for all the effort you've gone through already.
I vote let's go. Let's get him. Try and get him.
Yeah, I'm up for an
And
adventure.
what about poor Belgo? You're gonna just leave him an absolute orphan because you're like, well, fuck his dad.
No, we can't. We can't leave
We
him.
can't
No, we
leave
can't.
poor Elgo.
Let's go.
Who's leading the way?
Can I check for tracks and broken sticks and signs of which way he's gone?
I mean, even a blind dwarf would be able to work out which way Baldor's
Alright.
gone. To be honest with you, he's smashing through the woods at such a pace, and leaving heavy footprints in the mire. So you can see that he's like you can. It's quite obvious. You don't even need to be a skilled tracker to see which direction he went.
Oh, lovely. That makes it easier then.
Suggest we go single file, spread out. Survivalist at the back, survivalist at the front.
Keep Belgo in the middle. I'll take the lead.
You taking Belgo with you?
Yeah, we can't leave him in the clearer on his own.
Yeah, he'll get murdered.
I'll grab hold of the little boy's hand and guide him with me in the middle somewhere.
Can somebody take my lit torch off me, whoever's behind me, so I can have my shield and my broadsword out?
I'll grab your two.
I'll do. All right. Hey,
Hey,
Wee.
shiny thing.
The bride will take the rear with the dog scouting out.
Okay. So you're taking Belgo with you. That's an interesting turn of events. So So who's at the front? Who's gone to the front? Sorry, after you. Okay, give me a perception check, please.
Okay, what is my percent?
Ian Trotter, right? Trotter said he was going to follow.
which way
Yeah,
are we going?
Trotter's
North.
going wicked.
Oh my god. Trotter,
Wow.
can you give me perception as well, please?
Let me just reload Foundry
Perception.
after that.
Oh
Lovely
yeah, I've
save.
got some perception.
Which way are we heading? Is it north?
Yep. North.
What am I perceiving?
What have you rolled?
Well, I've not rolled anything yet, but I might have advantage.
Well-
Hang on.
What have you got advantage for?
I'm just looking. No, that's saving for us. No, I don't think I do. Right, no, something else.
Okay, let's go.
Oh shit.
9. Okay. So yeah, you definitely think you've got the footsteps of Baldur, and you continue off the track for a good 15 minutes, where suddenly you start to see cobwebs appear, and you can see them on some of the trees. They're not thick or dense or anything, but you start to see a couple of cobwebs where you're starting to get the idea that spiders live around here somewhere.
Just like my dream.
Told you.
Wait until you see the rest of your dream come true. Yeah.
Oh dear.
Shit.
What was your
So, can I have an investigation check, please, Trotter?
Investigation. I'm investigating for tracks and things.
You are indeed, yeah.
Well, can I do a survival, please? Because it says I've got ways of the wild. You have advantage on survival checks to track others in the wilderness. Is that possible?
Yeah, go on then. Yeah, I'll let you have survival.
Oh, that's good.
Hooray!
Yes. Something.
19. So you can see that Baldur has clearly blustered straight through this webbing at such a force that he's ripped the webbing clean off the surrounding trees, and there's just a few straggly bits left on each kind of tree to your left and right. You also see that there is drag marks across the floor, leading in a northwesterly direction.
Does his footprints end in the drag marks?
Yeah, his footprints kind of stop, and then there seems to be just drag marks that head in a northwesterly direction.
Yeah, I'll point that out to everybody, and then I guess we continue that way, then, following the drag marks. Can we see, like, 8 other little tiny feet marks, or big feet? If it's
Not that you can kind of work out particularly.
Okay.
So yeah, you start following those drag marks. Is everyone else going with you?
Yep,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
I'm glad everyone's saying yes. To be fair, not just poor little Trotter like Samwise on his own, like back foul beast,
Mr. Frodo.
Mr. Frodo. Oh god, right, okay. So you make your way through the forest, following these drag marks, and the webbing start to get distinctly thicker and thicker as you make your way through, and you realise that you are somewhat walking into the belly of the beast here a little bit, and then suddenly there is a clearing, and it drags out into the clearing, and sitting atop of the clearing, let me just get you the picture. Copy. Can I paste straight into chat? Does that work now?
Let me see. I mean, you could try. That image is on, yeah. It should work.
There you go.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
Different.
You see a castle raised up atop a hill, but underneath, trees are literally growing up all the side of the hill as well, and all of it is just littered with webbings. But you suspect, and hanging from the wall of what remains of this once beautiful castle, it used to look like that. It doesn't look like that anymore, I'm afraid. Is a white sack that seems to be wriggling that you can see in the distance. You presume this is potentially Baldur hanging from the wall of the castle.
How far away is it?
About 40, 50 feet from where you are now.
How far is the drop from the sack to the floor?
A long way. A long way. You're talking like 50. So what remains of that castle? I kind of showed you that, but it doesn't really give you a true picture. What remains of it is there's one kind of turret that remains. And then nearby, there's a big, like, square, almost what you might assume would have been the keep of some description, that still remains, but the rest of it has been smashed to ruins, basically, and is fairly dilapidated. And he hangs from the wall of the keep.
Oh, that's quite a drop.
Yeah, because I was originally thinking to shoot where he's hung from. Is he hung in like a sack with a strand of webbing, or is he like hung through the wall in a sack?
He is hung from the wall in a sack of webbing.
Okay, so I was originally thinking to shoot the top of the sack to like drop him, but if it's that far down, it's not going to kill him. Drop.
Yeah, if you just you figure if you just cut that as it stands in some way, any way, shape or form, he's probably just going to fall and go.
Yeah. Okay.
Where's a bloody wizard when you need one?
Yeah. Where's a cheeky levitate spell to just bring him down dead easy? There's plenty of wizards in Lord of the Rings. You just haven't come across any yet. Time for that, though. It certainly wouldn't be Gandalf in these parts, anyway.
Radagast,
yeah.
The hairs of Ross.
Hobbits are good climbers, aren't they?
Sorry?
Hobbits are good climbers, aren't they?
I mean, hobbits is a good anything, really. They're fairly clever little fellows. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop you on a scene just so that you can get an idea of what it looks like a bit better. I'm not that bothered about walls particularly because it's not a huge scene, right? So let me just pop your tokens on the side here. So you're coming from this side. Let me put Baron on the lifts down before we start running around. The bride and Trotter. Now, as you're kind of... Oh, why has it gone black?
Oh, no vision.
No vision, right? I need to change the configuration of this map, right, just to remove fog of war.
I'll sort it.
I got it. There you go. That should fix it.
Oh, lovely.
So you guys come from this side. Should have had you a bit further up. And you see what's his face, Baldur, hanging from the wall here.
Okay.
How far up is it about?
Oh, he's a fair way up. So you climb up to the top of the hill, and this is like the ground floor. You're on the ground floor with the spire. There's a spire here, and the keep is on this. What remains of the edge of the keep is on this side. But I would say he's a good 40, 50 feet in the air.
Keeps in the Mirkwood Common.
Sorry?
Our keeps in the Mirkwood Common.
There's one very well-known keep.
To men of the wood, not really. No, you would know that this isn't that common to just find in the middle of Mirkwood. No, that they they exist, but there isn't many. Right? In Lord of the Rings, a lot of the villages are scattered they're very distant to each other, and they're very small, generally very small settlements. So yeah. Go on, Chris.
I'd like to use my Lord of the Lost, please. When I hear about a new region or a ruin for the first time, and this is obviously a ruin.
Yeah, so you know that this is a long lost fortress of the Elves of Mirkwood. It's like an outpost. It used to be used a lot more when the Elves of Mirkwood and Thranduil decided to actually trade with the realms of men and other races. But you know, as of late, I mean, to you, to someone like Peter, for example, it would be a drop in the ocean, a short period of time that Thranduil's just decided he no longer wants to really be part of the greater world, and that they're better keeping themselves to themselves. But you know, in human time, that's a long time going. Like, it could quite easily just be an abandoned fortress and be left for hundreds of years, and that's nothing to an elf. You know that. But to the races with a lesser lifespan, that's it. Time for kingdoms and empires to rise and fall, basically.
Okay. I'm gonna turn and suggest that Trotter stays with Belgo for now, out of harm's way, because we can't leave him unattended, but it's probably too dangerous to bring him with us.
Yeah, put him with the smallest member of the party. That makes sense.
Too easiest to hide if something happens.
Oh yeah, I can hide. I'm good at hiding. I can take him with me and hide. Yeah, I like that.
Okay.
And I suggest that we go in and scout the perimeter.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Yep.
Be my guest. So,
where's the sack person?
I need like a little just random token that I can place, but yeah, that it's there where Dylan's just pinged. Oh, there you go. Thank you, Peter. There we go. Now we know where Sackman is.
Sackman.
And we'll assume that Belgo is with Trotter at all times for purposes of where Belgo is going to be, just so I don't have to piss around with his token. Because I'll inevitably forget. Okay. So who's going first and who's going where? I can see the bride is already making her approach round there.
We said like, take the perimeter, so let's
South.
separate, shall we?
Separate.
That seems logical, doesn't it?
Yeah. Go straight for the cocoon.
Never go straight for the cocoon.
It's there. I can see it. Get it.
You just start to hear the occasional thump as Baldur is wriggling and bumping into the wall, basically, as he's trying to kind of pull himself free.
How high up is he?
About you're gonna ask me this every time. About
sorry, I missed it.
40 to 50 feet. I must have said 3 or 4 times now.
So
I
a fool
refuse
wouldn't
to
kill
say
him.
I've said it many times.
A fool won't kill him, but it might hurt him.
It might kill him, depending on how he lands from that sort of distance. Yeah, it could kill him.
Okay. Because even if we
You
can
don't
unhook
kill
him from above, he's still gonna
Well, you could
crash.
potentially. You don't know what's on the other side of that wall yet. You could pull him back over the wall.
I suggest 2 head south and 2 go straight.
Okay. I'll go straight.
I started south.
Yeah, I'll go straight.
Okay.
I'm going to go straight to begin with. But...
I'll head south then.
I'm gonna stay here and get my bow out ready. Notched.
Is it worth leaving
Okay.
lift on turn to the bride and ask, is it worth leaving the wolfhound with Trotter as extra protection?
Is it worth? I don't know. Shall we roll initiative and let everybody do their bit in sequence, and that way we can work out where we're at and everybody's not.
Okay, let's do it.
Chris is just called Chris. Peter's called Peter. We don't have character names on apparently.
Oh, nice.
I love it. Absolutely spectacular.
Very well done.
Riddles of your stupidity.
Oh, for goodness sake.
Someone's rolled a 1.
That would be... oh, you did your own again.
Perfect.
Fool of a took. Throw yourself in this time and rid us of your stupidity.
A lot of ones going on right now.
So, first up, why is my thing not in order? My encounter, Meg's at the top. Chris doesn't even look like he's rolled, even though he got a 20. That's weird.
Oh, bloody hell, sorry. I don't even
Do you
roll.
roll up
Dylan and Chris
initiative?
haven't rolled for initiative.
We just rolled
I'll-
dice, I think, because I'm used to rolling straight from.
Everybody got excited, right?
Yeah.
So,
Fool of a took.
I'm gonna pencil them down for easiness.
Oh wow.
Ta-da!
Well, quickly.
I'm gonna have to accept your first roll, I'm afraid, Dylan.
You've spaffed in that 20.
What did you get, Peter?
1.
Oh,
Yeah.
God, this works out badly. So...
Chris, have you clicked yours?
I rolled a d20 plus 1 to
Yeah.
taking the initiative by accident, so that's my roll, and I'm taking it. Thank you very much, Peter.
Funny how that works, isn't it?
You don't want the nat 1 then?
What's going on?
No thanks.
Throw yourself in next time and rid us of your
What's going on? It's like either going maximum or nothing.
What's your initiative then?
21.
Oh.
Right, so I think we're in the right order now. There we go.
So I'm not last.
Right, Chris. Well,
Yes.
technically, it's you and Dylan are tied, so you can decide who goes first.
Okay. This one's gonna motion to Beran. Let's check
Yep.
the inside of the turret if we can first to make sure there's not going to be
Yeah.
any nasty surprises sneaking up on us.
So you look in the tower, and it seems fairly intact on the inside. In fact, there is a spiral staircase that takes you upwards.
Okay. I'll look at Beran like I've been in the Royal Marines all my life, and I'll be like,
Okay.
Baron goes,
So once you give him the signal, right, and then you go up the stairs, or are you going in, or
I'm not going to go in. We're not going to go in. We're gonna do that on the way back out, I believe.
okay?
Baron says, you go ahead, I'll be there in half an hour when it's my turn.
I'm just catching my breath.
Oh, sod it, go on. I'll go in the tower so nothing comes up behind us.
Okay.
I
So
can't
you go in the
resist.
tower.
Yeah.
Okay, you make it like 10, 15 feet up the stairs on your turn. Don't really. You've not come across anything in the tower. No obvious signs that something's immediately going to like bite you in the face. Because I assume you're alert and looking around and checking
Yes.
everything. Yeah. And there's nothing like immediately there in your face, so you're good. Meg, Trotter, what's Trotter doing? Old T-Rots.
Just hanging about in this general area, keeping my eye out for anything behind, in front, around, just looking.
Smoking a bit of Old Toby and just chilling.
Yeah, I might get my part weed out.
Your Old Toby vape. Yeah,
the last of the long bottom leaf.
Yeah. Okay. So you you're just kind of staying on guard and keeping an eye. That's you're all right. You don't particularly see anything, to be honest with you, from where you're at, Trotter. And Belgo's really frightened. He's literally like quivering at this point. He's scared.
Well, I'll try and reassure him a little bit then as well. That'll probably be a good thing to do about now. I'll tell him a joke or something.
Okay. What's your joke?
I don't know. Something appropriate, definitely.
I tell you what, I'll give you to the end of the round to come up with a fun joke to tell a 10-year-old. Right, Sarah, what's the bride going to do?
She's going to tell a joke to the kids, because she can't resist. What's the difference between an elephant and a banana?
I don't know. What is the difference?
Banana's yellow.
Oh. Rocks fall.
It's a good 10-year-old joke, come on.
Yeah.
As buzz it is. What's brown and
sticky?
A stick.
Right.
Oh, I've got one. Sorry.
For that, the bride doesn't get a go. Right. Okay, go on, Trotter.
Okay. What's the difference between a crocodile and an alligator?
I don't know.
One will catch you in a while, and one will see you later.
Exactly. Yep.
Belgo loves that joke, and he's like trying to distract himself from the absolutely dreadful situation he finds himself. He's been dragged into a forest full of spiders by basically strangers that he's known for a few days, and his dad's, in a webbing sack. Brilliant.
I had to go for a joke that's in theme. What do you call it? Or on a bike? A motorcyclist.
If you had inspiration, I'm gonna take it away. What's the bride want to do then?
Is there a gate here into the tower? Like there's a bit of webbing.
There's a hole, that you can walk.
There's a hole.
It's covered in webbing now.
So she's gonna walk up to the webbing, cast her eyes in, and see this lunatic going up the stairs on his own.
Yeah, you see Lister just making his way up bravely.
And then just move to here, because that's about 25 feet, and just poke her head round, looking to see, keeping her back to the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing if there's anything ahead of her.
Okay, there is nothing ahead of you. I assume you mean sort of in this direction, or in the tree line here.
Where her line of sight would be, so over to this nice bridge here.
Yeah, there's a big, there's a webbed bridge across from the tower to the keep, as you can see.
Because webs aren't sticky at all.
Okay, and what does Avendir want to do?
Avendir's going to ready his short bow and follow the bride.
Okay.
Dirty with it. He's going to poke his head out the bushes.
Yeah.
He's going to be in the bushes, but his head poked.
The trees. Well, you're under the canopy, but not in the trees there. If you get what I mean. But even still, you look around and there is spider webbing in these trees and stuff. It's not clear. Do you know what I mean?
The trees.
Okay, that makes sense. It's clear that spiders live here, and not insignificant spiders either.
They're significant. Let's get this guy and get out of here.
Burning of the Mountain. What does brave Burning of the Mountain want to do?
He's going to poke his head round this corner here.
Mm-hmm. That seems brave.
Yeah, very brave.
Like this?
Yeah, just like one eye, half an eye.
Doors and corners. Does he out in this vicinity?
No, it's clear.
No.
Other than poor Baldo wiggling away on the wall trying to get free.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the low ground, I think. Should I? No, I'm gonna follow
Listan.
Listam.
Okay.
Yeah, you go looting while we deal with this.
Livstan, are you heading further up the stairs?
I am indeed.
What you see, as you get up to the top of the stairs, it kind of opens out into a circular platform, and a lot of the roof is smashed away, and there is a web rope, like a rope bridge covered in webs, going across to the other side where the keep is, towards where our mate Baldur is just, casually chilling. Give me a bridge that would take you straight across to our poor webbed friend.
A spider bridge.
You could say that. Let me show you kind of what it looks like.
Clever girl.
So he's kind of cocooned and just suspending there. There's a little image for you.
Oh,
Wiggling around. That's also not the ground floor.
Oh,
I never said that, did I?
Oh, yeah.
Why would you have a bridge over just across the floor? Like,
Yeah, just go.
So is it an actual bridge covered in webbing, or is it a bridge made of
it's an actual bridge covered in webbing.
Okay. Now the only thing wrong about using that bridge is we trip it. No, it's not that. We trip touch any of the weapon fibers and anything that's over the other side will know that we're here.
Yeah.
No.
So, knowing this, Lifstan is going to turn and light another torch. And let's, instead of getting caught unawares, and try and light the webbing on the bridge on.
What you find interesting about this webbing is it doesn't ignite it does ignite, but it doesn't ignite as easily as you think or would expect. You expect it to be really dry and almost like it would just go up instantly. But when look at the webbing, it's got like a little dew. It's all very like wet, and fairly grim and sticky. You can light it if you wish, but you're finding it's not really burning away as quickly as you would hope.
Do I notice it's wet before I light the torch then? So say
go on, we'll do a roll on that. I probably should have got a roll from you. Go on, we'll do perception.
Perception. What have I got on? No, I probably will not.
No. So you light your torch and go to town on it, I suppose. And you light the first bit and realize that it's not igniting like you expect it to go like a blooming bonfire, and it just doesn't. You really have to sustain your torch on one section just to get it to kind of burn away in that area.
Okay, when I notice that, I'll just douse the torch.
Okay. Trotter, what's your plan? Because Lifstan's kind of done his thing at the top there. What you do notice, actually, sorry, Lifstan, you look around the glade and it's surprisingly green here. It's not quite as dark and dingy as the other bits, but, it's still not nice, but it's green.
Trotter's just gonna move forward with the boy.
Boy.
A couple of steps. Maybe just one step there, and just keep vigilant.
Kratos with his young son. Okay. The bride. What is the bride doing? What's the dog's name as well?
The Hound of Mirkwood, so he's just going to call the Hound from now on.
You're just going to call him the Hound, so just the bride. You're so broody and ominous there. The bride and the Hound.
Can she see I can't remember Craig's name's character up at the top, where he is by the bridge.
Chris's character.
Yeah.
Livstan.
Can she see him or hear him?
Not visibly from where you are, no.
Okay. She's going to shout out to him, then notice he's gone upstairs saying, "What can you see?" Is he okay to reply? I don't know how it works.
Yeah, you can talk. Yeah.
Okay. Lifton's gonna like not shout back, but like I'm just gonna say weapon, bridge, keep, nothing else.
Why use many words when few?
A few will do.
Yeah. Yeah.
So she's made the woods around her. Is there anything moving in the woods, or is it literally just the web and deadly still?
Nothing. Wind seems to blow through a little bit, but it is fairly still.
Okay, she's going to do one of those like commando from here over to here to the wall, keeping her back to the wall, and then do another look round.
You're looking round this wall.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All this is collapsed. All the way. Let me just draw on it. Where is the pencil? So that's not drawing like I expected it to. Let me squiggle, for God's sake. All this is just collapsed rubble here, so you can't actually see in, unfortunately. Okay. As much as the map makes it look like it's open space where you can just wander in, unfortunately, it's all just broken and bust.
Anything to hear?
No.
Okay, but she can probably see the other guy now up top, can't she? They tried to set fire.
She can see Livstan, yeah. So Livstan, set fire to the bridge. There we go. As he gets his little torch on the go, I'm going to move him more towards where he should be. There you go. Thanks, Peter, for just improving my map a little bit.
Welcome.
This is what preparation does for you guys. You get better quality descriptions and things. So yeah, you see Livstan attempting to torch the bridge, and it doesn't seem to do a great deal, in all honesty. Avondir.
Avondir is...
What do your elf eyes see?
He's going to shake his head at how this human is stomping around with her dog.
Yep.
Dirty animal. He is going to take up position over here.
Okay.
See, I'm presuming I can't see through over these rocks.
Nope.
Or everything, right?
Nope.
And he's gonna... Can you hold an action?
You have to give me the trigger.
The trigger is, if any spiders appear over these rocks, I shoot my bow and arrow.
Arrow.
Bow and arrow.
Your bow and arrow. All right then. Okay. So that's
from the woods behind you, so that's sensible.
Yeah, that's fair. You said over the rocks. To be honest, I'll just get something to grab you from the woods. Rah!
I've got elven ears.
Yeah. Who said it was spiders anyway? Who said it was anything? He's all just being paranoid.
Spider webs. I'm an elf of the Mirkwood. I know what's going down here.
Yeah, you pretty much do. Burnin, the brave Bjorning of all the bees.
Baron's going to set up a bit like Overwatch at the side of the bridge.
Yeah. How does a Bjorning Overwatch? Burnin, what does he do? What's his Overwatch stance? Pulls out a hand axe, ready to sling it?
No, he's got a bow.
He's got a bow. Okay.
Yeah. So he takes one knee, sort of taking very slight cover from the side post of the bridge.
Mhm.
And he's just ready to draw, keeping a beady eye open.
Well, it would seem, Livstan, that you are the only one that has a pair of bollocks in this company. But to be fair, actually, the bride is straight up there. She's not even bothered. She's just like, yeah, let's go and have a nosy, see what's going on. Okay. So what do you want to do, Livstan? It's back on you, my mate.
So where I am now? Does the turret go any further up?
Nope. This is kind of the top of the tower, and the bridge heads across to the keep. One of those fancy medieval sky bridges.
Okay.
Is the bridge where that webbing is?
Yeah.
Goes
That's
across.
basically the webbing on the bridge. It's an actual proper bridge, though, as you can
Lift-
see from the image.
Lifthand's going to double down on his resolve, tighten his shield around his forearm, give his broadsword a few good strokes through the air just to make sure his grip is okay.
Limbering up a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm going to cross the bridge.
Now you've covered my webbing, Peter. Stop it. Anyway, you're gonna cross the bridge. Okay. Let's have a look. Can I have a dexterity and acrobatics check, please?
Acrobat. Certainly.
Oh.
Oh my god, what is with the rolls today?
Cool. Okay. You take your time because so you can only move about half speed because you're being real careful not to disturb this webbing as much as possible. So you get to about here, Chris. You're right in the middle. Okay. What's Trotter doing? Trotter got any plans to bring Boy with him? Boy,
come this way. I guess I'm
Tell them
gonna.
to stay put. Say, do not move, and everybody knows that they never move.
I'm gonna bring him a bit closer, but like hide behind because we're both small. We can hide behind. I forgot the name.
To be fair, Vernon should be up in the tower at this point. He said he was kind of overwatching you.
Right, I presume this is a wall that's big enough for me and the boy to hide behind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring him here because I'm just a bit conscious that if his dad falls down, I don't really want him to see breaking his neck or anything like that, so I'm kind of taking him out of
That's fair.
line.
You know,
Yeah.
30 feet drop, Tomb Raider style.
Yeah.
Over the banister. Okay. So, that's Trotter. What's the bride doing now that she's kind of investigating the bottom of the keep?
The bride would know a thing or two about that, wouldn't she? So surely she'd know what these
A
webs
little
are.
bit. She knows the spider webs. It's apparent. You don't need to be like any sort of expert for that to
Be obvious.
be obvious. Yeah.
What's Dylan's character's name? Because he's
Vernon.
kind of not moved forward, is he?
Yeah, Beran. He's waiting at the bridge. Really, he's like here.
That's his name, Beran. Vernon was my Bjornin's character name. Sorry.
So are you at the top of the bridge now?
Yeah. I would take an aim at the bridge's post.
Okay. Then I'm going to move this way. And try and shout up at him.
Okay.
I can't reach him, I'm guessing, because he's 40 foot above me, isn't he?
Yeah. You can't reach him.
I'm just going to take a good look, see what I can see.
See what you see? You don't see anything unusual other than a grown-ass man encased in a spider cocoon, to be honest with you.
Can I shout up at him? Because he's obviously alive.
Yeah, he's alive.
I'm just going to shout up, right, we're here!
You just hear, so you shout, and he definitely kind of, you can hear him screaming like, but he's been completely and utterly wrapped at the moment. So he starts just yelling and wriggling even harder.
And as Peter raised, I'm going to hold an action that if anything comes my way, I'm going to hit them with my axe.
Okay. Chris, you're next.
I'm gonna continue out across the bridge.
Okay, so you make it to this end of the bridge here. Again, tentatively, what you start to feel as you move over the second half of the bridge here is the webbings begin to vibrate.
Fuck's sake.
You did roll it too.
I know, It's just the fact that before it, I was like, well, I know with spiders, when you touch the web and they can feel it, and I'm rolling that low, and I'm like stumbling across the bridge, like, oh yeah, this is fine.
And on the other side, you see this spider. You are face to face with this giant spider.
Okay. Is there only one there?
No, there is a few more behind him by the look of it.
I'm gonna shout 2 arms. Spiders, 2 arms.
In which case, the other spiders will wake up because you're now yelling at them.
I mean, okay, maybe I don't do that then.
Are you going to do anything to this spider in front of you? It's close enough for you to hit it, so you jump off the bridge and you can have a go at it if you want.
Yeah, go on, I'll stab it.
Okay.
So +4 for the close. What is
You
wrong?
missed.
Oh my! Like, why are these rolls absolute trash?
They are hot trash, to be fair. See if I can begin combat now, since we now have creature. Oh, it doesn't put initiative on the sheet though. How do I manually add a creature to the list, Peter?
Right-click them and do the initiative,
All right. Okay.
and then roll their initiative. And if you've already got an initiative number,
I already rolled it, yeah, so I'll just
Then
stick the
just-
initiative value in. There we go, okay. So, you swing it, Chris, and miss.
Yeah.
And it's not keen on that. So, it decides to have a go back at you.
Okay.
Something satisfying about using paper books over just digital. Just to make sure. Because it's the first one I've imported as well, I just want to be certain everything's gone in correctly. Ooh, I don't even like touching it. Gross.
19 AC because I'm using my shield and my broadsword.
Okay. Alright then. I'm just double checking a few bits.
Okay, look.
So he is going to web you. Hopefully he hits. He does not hit with his web. And he will attempt to bite you as well. Probably not hit you with that either. Nope. That'll do for now. Just double checking. Okay, so that's the end of his turn. Trotter, what would you like to do? So you see Liftstand jump onto the other end of well, you see him jump off the other end of the bridge, but you can't see anything further beyond that, really.
Probably climb the stairs, but keep the boy behind
Yeah.
me. Keeping my eye out for any little spider people in here. But yeah, just kind of be
Yeah.
at the back
So,
bit, yeah.
so the boy, pretty scared, just kind of follows you, to be honest
Yeah.
with you.
Yeah, that's alright.
Okay.
Then, yeah. Look, I'm going to have another talk on my pipe and pass it to the boy as well, because I don't know what the age limit
Why
is.
not? He might be dead soon anyway, you know?
Yeah,
Let him live a
exactly.
little.
time for you to be a man, boy.
Yeah, so, yeah, you take the boy up the stairs and make it towards the top, and that's about it. What does a bride want to do?
Can she hear that there's a spider up there now? She
Ye-
goes enough surely to hear the hiss and the...
You don't hear the spider, but you hear the distinctive sound of Liftstand shing as he pulls the sword from his sheath. So yeah,
Gonna
you know
check the Liftstand,
something's
what do you
going
say?
on, but but you can't entirely tell.
Okay, so she's up a lift stand. What do you see?
Liftand's gonna if someone said what do you see, I'm gonna say spiders.
Now she knows it's spiders.
Bloody hell! I know it's spiders. How many? Where are they?
I haven't counted. I'm a bit busy up here.
If I go round to this bit here, is this going to be blocked up as well? The next corner,
Go
or
on.
is it? Are we?
You're on different levels. I mean,
Yeah, I was going to say.
you reckon it's probably going to be blocked off, to be honest. Given
But you can
that,
take a look anyway.
you can take a look, and lo and behold, it's blocked off.
Blocked off enough for spiders to get through.
Well, spiders can get through surprisingly small spaces, to be honest with you. But you're also about 30 to 40 feet below where Chris is right now.
Okay. Well, if you can't see any here, send them this way if you want a hand. And that's all she can do. She'll have to hold an action and wait.
Avendir.
Avendir, on hearing all this commotion, which presumably I can hear most of it, is going to try and climb these rocks.
Yep. Can I have a athletics check?
Oh. No acrobatics?
It is. Let me
It
just
does,
check.
it does
Nope.
backflips. Oh.
No, it's strength. This one, I'm afraid, my friend.
+2. Yes! I climb the rocks.
I feel like everyone should sing their action to the tune whenever they get a nat 20. With unbelievable strength that you didn't even know you had, almost like your friend's life depended on it. You scale those rocks at a speed like you've never traveled before in your life.
Go right up the drain pipe.
Yep, and you make it to the top. To Liftstand's relief, you crest the wall. He sees movement out of the corner of his eye, panicking that he's about to be surrounded by spiders. And up pops Avendir.
And shoots his bow and arrow.
And he shoots his bow and arrow.
Oh.
And
10?
misses.
Oh.
I mean, you've exerted yourself climbing that wall, to be honest, yeah. Got to take a moment to steady your hands, yeah. Oh, man. Okay. Beran. Not Vernon, Beran.
Yeah, Beran's going to
Bernard.
run along the left railing of the bridge. Relatively nimbly. Oh, a bit
Can I have an acrobatics check, please?
Okay. $15.
Nice.
Yeah. You get across to the bridge. Well, halfway at least.
Halfway. I'm going to do that thing where I jump and fire a bow at the same time. You know, very cool thing that you see at like
You spin in midair.
yeah. Just like as you jump, release the arrow.
Yeah. Like something out of Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, like.
Yeah.
Go on then.
I'm aiming for this then. Is that rolled?
Quick attack.
Shit, yeah. Forgot how to play.
Oh.
The rolls are absolute naff that I started.
They're just arse, aren't they?
I'm hoping for one at 20s.
I have a bunch of Frodos trying to fight. They just fall over.
Lift stand. Can I have where's the thing? Can I have a strength check from you?
No. Yeah.
I always roll real dice.
20.
You're all right. So, a spider from behind the current one that you're fighting fires a web at you, and it hits, but you just slice it away with your sword pretty deftly before it really takes any hold or causes you any issue.
Okay. Is it my turn?
Now it's you, yeah.
Okay. What does this part look like in between the two spiders? Is it an archway? Is it...
It's just an open wall. It's like a broken bit of wall.
Does the
that's
stone look... What about the top? Is there anything above me, or is it fully open?
It's open to the... fairly open to the elements, yeah.
Is it? Oh, so there's nothing I could, like, charge my shield in and knock stone down on top of the spiders?
You could try.
Instead of trying to fight them, I'm just thinking of trying to block them off for a few minutes.
Peter, stop spinning Baldo.
He's wriggling.
He's like that old lady on the helicopter getting rescued. And he's
Oh, screw it.
You know which one I mean, don't you, Peter?
12.
You hit the wall, and despite it being loose stone, it's surprisingly sturdy still. It doesn't drop.
Okay. Can I try and lash out with my shield with my other hand? And no.
That's your action now, I'm afraid.
Is
Yeah. Right. My spider friends are both going to try and bite you. So let's go with the first one. And bite lift stand. What am I looking for? 19?
19, sir.
Oh, that wobbled onto a 20. I've realised I've got it on blind rolls. Hang on. That literally wobbled at 20 and went, nah.
Phew.
Oh, so close.
Oh.
It will. One of them's going to try and sting you as well. That'll do it. Can I have a DC 13 Constitution save, please?
Sure. Nope. Shit.
You are now stunned. Don't know what the condition stunned does. Could someone look it up quick? And you take 6 points of damage.
One of them got a nat 20.
They didn't.
Oh.
Not that I can tell. Not on my screen anyway. So, wouldn't it play the music if I got one? To be fair,
yeah, 17 plus 5.
It's that. Oh, quick! Use my abilities. Trotter.
Can I see any of the spiders from over here if I stand on like the edge of the bridge?
Not really. No, there's a wall in your way here. You know there's a fight going on though, because you can see Lift stand with his blade, and you can see a spider kind of chomping at him, but nowhere near clear enough to make a shot. That's the sort of shot you'd need Legolas to be hitting.
Okay. I don't really want to leave the boy, and I don't want to take him over this bridge. Is there a wall in front, like at the sides here? Like how could I climb up on that?
There's a wall there, but you can't see over. I mean, you can climb on it if you want, but it's. I'll warn you now. It looks risky.
All right, no, probably not then. Right, I'm gonna just hold off, like try and reassure the boy and say stay down, and that then not really do. Just keep my eye on what's going on and kind of guard the bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. The bride. What is the bride doing? She's disappeared, so she may be busy with an intruder right now.
Intruder alert!
You with us, Sarah?
Here.
Yeah, there we go.
And yeah, and so is the intruder.
It's all right. Here we go. Look at that.
So obviously the bride can hear conflict.
Yeah.
Is there any way she can scale the wall? She looks up. Is it scalable?
She can absolutely scale the wall. Yeah. Give us a
So
strength
she's,
athletics check.
She's gonna do her athletics, human style moves. Probably a bit clunky. Think Miranda Hart.
Yep.
Yeah.
And is
Nice.
climbing the wall. Yay!
Where is she climbing over? You tell me.
So this rubbly bit here. She's
Yep.
gonna climb. I don't know if you can see it. She's climbing up in that corner, the far corner.
Here.
So yeah.
Okay. She climbs up there, and as you crest the top, and there's a few loose stones, it's pretty dangerous. You have to kind of take your time a little bit, but you get over the top. Normally, I'd make you just do that check and that be your turn, but I'm feeling generous. You rolled well, so you crest the top, and you see roughly a dozen giant spiders nesting in this back area here.
A dozen.
And they're starting to
12.
move. Yes, as in a dozen. Yeah. So you quickly do a head count, and you're like, "Ooh."
Has anyone actually hit? I don't know. Do that, do I? So she can either retreat quietly, because I'm guessing she can't sneak around here and try and cut the guy loose, can she?
You can see that they're all sort of starting to rouse now and wake. They're not all fully awake yet and moving, but you reckon it's time to get a shift on, like, pretty quick, because they're gonna wake up, you think, given all the noise of combat. Hard choices.
I know. These guys are engaged in combat, aren't they? This is the two I can see. The two you got characters for. They're engaged in combat.
Yep. And
Nice
there's about
sneak
another
around
10 just sat kind of, chunked up.
Can I sneak round behind them and cut the guy loose and let him drop? I think that's our best option. Really.
You run the risk of two sneak attacks, but not sneak attacks, opportunity attacks. But yeah, you can certainly make your way towards him this turn at least.
I don't want him shouting over these waking spiders, do I?
Give me I'll give you whatever you want, athletics or acrobatics, to get across those gaps in the wall and make your way around them.
They are the same.
Well, choice is yours.
Or I'm going to choose one that's going to roll a 1, isn't it?
Either a 1 or a 20.
Oh!
So close. So you make it to about here, and you slip and fall off.
Backwards or forwards? Am I falling off the wall or into the...
With a 2, you're going off the wall, I'm afraid.
Oh.
Dave, I don't know.
My dog.
Before you do that, I don't know if you realise, but Baron does have Warden's gift, which he can give a gift either 1d6 to someone else in the party, if need be. Yeah. I've got everybody's abilities written down, just in case.
You nerd. So you fall, taking 9 points of damage, sir. Yikes. That's a painful drop.
That's a very painful drop, and I want the other guy to do it too. Okay, I'm done. I'm lying on the floor wheezing.
Yeah, literally had the wind knocked out and you're like, ugh, as you hit the deck, and your hound comes over and just licks you on the face, like, tries to, like, rouse you back up.
Avandir shouts to Baron, says, "Baron, get the human!" And he shoots that spider. He tries to shoot the spider. 21.
Which one are you shooting, Peter? Just to let me know. This one, okay. Roll your damage. 21's a hit. Imagine if I said it wasn't. What? Is the sad face a 1?
Yes.
Okay.
1 plus 4. Wait, what?
Okay, so let's...
Yeah, it is. No, it's not.
All right. You hit it, and it squeals out in pain as you hit it with an arrow. Someone finally hit the damn thing. Baron, you're up, mate. You're up.
Can I? Sorry, before we continue,
Go on.
can I like kind of hop and skip across this wall?
I want an acrobatics check or a strength check, your choice.
No, I'll stay here.
Yeah.
Stay here. I'm too chicken. I don't need any nat ones.
That's true, because a 2d6 fall damage is quite heavy.
Yeah, like 9 points. Yeah, my turn's over.
Baron.
Yeah. I think I'm going to use Warden's Gift.
Funny how that works.
Yeah, no,
Warden's Gift?
I was going to use it anyway. It wasn't that game, you know. It was,
What are you going to do?
so I'm going to put this Warden's Gift on Listan.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to run towards Baldur. Can I grab him still if I've done the Warden's Gift? So Warden's Gift...
is it an action? Let me just check those thingies. I don't know whether they work as an action or not. Sample action. Characters, isn't it?
Action, so.
Yeah, go for it. You can grab him as well.
Boom. Yeah, so the Warden's Gift, obviously Chris has read it.
Thank you, sir.
Just adds a d6 once per.
So you jump off the other end of the bridge using all your movement here, and he's just because you're such a large bloke, he's just about in reach, the edge of the sack. Do you want to? Are you going to try and cut him loose?
Yeah, go on. I'll cut him loose.
Okay. Can I have an athletics check?
Athletics.
Athletics, yeah.
That's actually left foot bridge. Oh,
Nice.
25.
Nice.
Athletics.
Jokes aside, how do you cut him loose? Because I didn't hear any of that because it was so loud. Describe it to me. You know, how do you cut Baldur loose?
Oh, it's very flamboyantly, according to dice roll. What have I got? I've got a dagger. Yeah, so I'm going to sort of like make sure I don't cut him.
Mm-hmm.
Put the blade against my hand and use it as a bit of a meat hook going, like slicing up the sack.
Yep. And you do it with such skill and ease. You would think you were a butcher when you weren't out adventuring. It might well be your day-to-day job, to be honest with you. Just cut the sack like it's nothing. Quick question before you fully cut him loose: are you cutting him on that side or this side of the wall?
On the inside, so it falls onto the floor, not the 50-foot drop.
Okay, so our man Baldur there, boom, hits the deck. He's a bit stunned and a bit, you know, like he doesn't really know what's going on. He still can't really work out who you are. But, you know, the choices are spider food or random strangers. So he's opting for the random strangers right now. Okay, so yeah, you successfully cut him loose.
Come with us if you want to live.
Come with us if you want to leave. So, Listan. You see another spider crest to the wall and almost like stood above you now, trying to like have a go at you, and you're starting to wonder like, I can't hold my shield in all directions. You know, like you're getting a bit concerned. What do you want to do?
What happened to this? What happened to me with the sting?
Oh, you're stunned, aren't you? I have to double check that condition. I forgot what stun does. A stunned creature is incapacitated. Well, what's the point in stunned even being a condition? If that's what you're gonna do, like just used incapacitated. Can't move, can't speak. Automatically fail strength and dexterity saving throws, and attacks against you have advantage. Let me just check how long you're stunned for with that. Yeah, that's pretty bad, isn't it?
Guys, you might have to go without this one. Like, genuinely just get out of here.
Well, fuck my ozone already. The victim must succeed a DC 13 Constitution save, which he didn't, or be stunned until the end of the Arcop's next turn. So you skip this turn, Chris. That's it for now. Basically, because you're incapacitated. But it does mean there's now 3 of them ready to start biting you.
Yep. There's I mean, the only thing I could actually do is use my second wind to gain hit points back.
Have you lost any yet, to be fair?
You've damaged. You stung me for 6.
Oh, of course I did, yeah. Does it take an action?
It's a bonus action.
It doesn't say that you can't use actions, to be fair. It just says you can't move and can only speak falteringly. Yeah, okay, if you want to do that.
No, I won't. I'll save it.
Okay. So, it's now their turn. So one's going to bite you. $15 misses. Another one's going to bite you.
Come on, shit rolls all round, please. That is not a shit roll. I am dead, probably.
24. Let's have some damage.
Oh my god. I've got 1 HP left.
And the last one is going to bite you. I forgot I have advantage. Oh, you about to get bitten.
I'm down, Craig. I've only got 1 HP left, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. I'm down.
So that's the Arcops. They've done what they need to do. Trotter, what are you going to do? You can hear the distinctive shriek of nasty giant spiders from the next tower.
Can I see that they've cut that boulder or whatever it's called?
Yeah, so you see his web sack get pulled over the wall, and you're assuming that he's either been eaten or set free at this point.
Okay, I'm probably gonna shout, run! And then say, come by! And then run downstairs.
You can also, by the way, you can see this spider on the wall.
Can I?
Oh. Yeah. That one you can see because there's an archway here where you can see through.
Oh, can I shoot my bow at it then?
You can now. Yeah, now you're in a good position to have a shot.
Let's see. Short bow. That rolled?
Hasn't rolled yet. Just popped up in the chat.
Oh, I say, do I need to press something in the chat then? Attack. There we go. Yeah. Come on. 18.
That's a hit.
Yes. In your face, spider. 7 points of damage.
It's a good hit. That's a good hit. So you hit him for a solid 7 points. And the bride is next after practically killing herself, falling off a wall. Are you with us, Sarah? I don't know if she's busy. Shall we delay Sarah till the end of the round? Peter?
Yes, please.
Avandir is not happy. He's walked far to get these healing herbs. This Athelas leaf is walked very far, all the way to the South Roads. So he's going to climb down and try and use a healing salve to revive this human.
For sure. I mean, that's a valuable piece of equipment that you're using on.
So I've got I've got Hands of the Healer. You have 1 healing die, D8. You can touch a creature to heal them. I want to give a bit more flavor with herbs. For a D8 plus Wisdom modifier.
So you kind of quickly mash like a poultice together out of your pouch with these.
It's already ready.
Herbs. Yeah, and straight away you're just like, let's go. You know this is going to do stuff. And anything else you want to add flavor-wise?
I'd find the biggest wound where all the blood's gushing from.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna just use all my poultice. Wisdom is 13. Is that +2 or +1? +1.
+1 is 12. +2 is 14. It goes up in twos, doesn't it?
Yes.
Nice. And by the light of Valar on this day, you are blessed. And for some reason, Lifstan just straight away wakes back into the land of the living. But really, he's hurting, and you know that's only going to be a temporary hold for now. It might be enough to save his life. You can have inspiration, Peter.
Yes. This cures unconscious and stunned conditions.
So he's also no longer stunned.
And poisoned, paralyzed, and frightened. Nice. There you go. He's back up. He's back, baby.
Now you're gonna get it, Bobby.
Make good use of this.
Yeah, you know though that's rare. Like you've just used something expensive on him.
Can I climb back up?
Yeah, it's only a kind of a small hop up to the wall.
Cheerio.
Cheerio. Baron.
Can I just ask?
Go on.
In Adventures in Middle Earth, and I don't know if you've read this rule, is there such a thing as height advantage, or no?
The rules are pretty much the same as 5e for that.
Okay. Next.
So I might give you a bonus to AC if you're high enough up. If it's more than, say, 5 feet, I would say that's a bonus to AC.
All right, like kind of cover.
Yeah.
Cover. Okay, cool.
Baron.
Yeah. So I'm going to retreat to...
Hello?
I think his audio's gone funny. Lights on, but no noise.
Can you hear me?
Now we can, yeah.
What happened then? Did I not get the man?
He's with you.
He's with, yeah. Yeah, so I'm going to go back to his space then.
So, are you just sprinting across this bridge without any care or abandon?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Okay. I'll let you get right across in a full turn.
No, I'm not going all the way across.
Okay. I still need an athletics check.
Alright. I will just, if spiders are going to come at me, they're going to come at me single file. That's me.
Come at me, bro.
Acrobatics.
Athletics, please.
Athletics. Oh, yeah.
Athletics.
Athletics. That's my fave. 17.
Yeah, you get across without any real problem. And Baldur follows you, right? But they do get an opportunity attack on you as you run away.
Oh, yeah,
So, just one of them at least. He tries to bite you with a 14. Is that enough?
No.
Oh, sadness. Right. Okay.
So I'm gonna.
Lifts. Oh, go on. Sorry, Ben. I didn't realise you had more to go.
Yeah, we're just backing up. So I'm walking backwards along this bridge, and I'm gonna fire my arrow.
Yeah. Yeah, go for it.
The opportunity attack.
I forgot. I thought you'd done something. You hadn't.
No,
Yeah.
Just balancing it and stuff.
Mm.
There we go. 12.
It's not enough.
Beggar.
So you're aiming pretty carefully, and you're desperately trying to not hit Liston, and in as a result, you just seem to whiff the shot a little bit. Is that
Can I
it?
give him inspiration?
If you want to.
I give him my inspiration.
What's that? So I just
Shoot
You
again.
can roll your attack
Alright.
again.
Real.
Say, human, you can do better. Can he?
And that is enough to hit.
Ooh. Real.
Roll your damage.
9.
9 points of damage, yes. He feels that. It really sinks into the kind of side of the spider and it shrieks in anger and pain at you.
Nice.
Okay.
Another one.
Lift stand, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna see in this one take the bow attack. I'm at least gonna take one of them out before I start backing up, because I know that if I start backing up, that at least 2 of them are gonna jump at for me.
We've not killed anyone.
Not necessarily.
So I'd rather back up first. I
Yep.
mean, I'd rather stab this one first and then
Okay.
start backing up, possibly. Then, what? 2 of them will get an attack of opportunity if I move away, correct?
If that's what you do, yes.
Those are my only choices, Craig.
They aren't your only choices, Chris.
What?
Think about your action economy. What are your options? Peter, help him out here.
Sorry,
How do you walk away from something without getting absolutely mullered?
I can disengage.
Distant.
Correct.
I'll disengage then.
Never say I'm not a generous god.
No, I thought you were going for something else, because in my head I was like, I can disengage.
Oh,
but,
think.
Yeah,
You know,
I thought you were aiming for something else. I'll disengage and move away.
Yep. You crossing the bridge?
Yeah, but I'm gonna keep my shield out. Like,
Can I have an athletics check? Can I have advantage on this one because you've crossed it once. You're all right. Okay. So, the spiders all like snap and bite at you, and obviously you take the chance to try and get away from them. So they start to come pouring out. One of them climbs over the wall here. It's not in front of you, by the way, so you are free to leave, but it is looking down at you. In fact, no, let's go. That one's going to come from Lifstan, I think. There. This one's going to follow up for Lifstan. That one will climb over the wall towards the bride. And the other one will make its way over the wall here and follow up. So let's make a couple of bite attacks on our mate Lifstan. Actually, I need to roll a couple of d6 just to see if I can web him. Nope. Not for that one. See if I can recharge that one. Nope. So this one at the back is going to make a web attack on you, Chris.
Okay.
I don't know. I just clicked web sense. Wrong one. Web. There we go. 17 isn't enough.
Nope.
And the other two are going to try and bite you.
Fuck me, what would you roll at 19s?
I don't know, but it's nice, isn't it?
No?
Oh, wrong button. Close. Damage. Normal. For 8 points of damage. I don't think that's quite enough, is it?
No, one more.
See how this last bite goes then, shall we? What did I do? I did one web, one bite so far. He misses. Woo. This is getting tense, isn't it? Ooh, spicy, spicy. Trotter, what are you gonna do? Oh, the bride has returned. Does the bride want to do anything, given that she's now had a chance to... I'll let you take a turn now before Trotter goes, and then we'll return to normal order. You're on mute. Oh, I can't hear you. Anyone else?
It's microphone mute, I think.
Yeah. It's not on Discord. It's on your headset, I reckon.
Or your Bluetooth disconnected.
Can you hear me now?
There you go.
Can? Yep, there we go, we got you.
What's this thing about disengage? Can I roll away from the spider that's
It's
next
not
to me?
right next to you. It wouldn't have
Okay.
been next to you on your turn, technically. So
She's
I'll let you
kind of
move
like-
freely if you want.
Cleary-eyed, go away, swim dog. Rolls over and starts running.
Okay.
She knows that.
You can do 15 feet on this turn because you have to get up, effectively.
Okay, it's about there.
Yep.
Okay.
That at least gets you away. To some extent.
For now,
Yeah.
until.
Trotter. Let's go, Trotter. Do your thing. Show them what halflings are made of.
I can hit this spider. This one. Still see it, yeah?
Yeah, you can hit that one.
Yes, I'm gonna hit that one. Oh, I'm gonna try and hit that one. Short bow again. Attack. Wow.
It's enough.
Yes.
Yep.
Do some more damage. 7 points
Yeah.
of damage.
So this one is,
Excellent.
again, you sink an arrow into this one. Like a tiny little archer just doing his best and wrecking things.
Boo-boo. And then I'm gonna see everyone else coming across the bridge, like, towards me. So I'm gonna be like, boy, go. And we'll start making our way down.
Yeah, okay.
So yeah.
Making my way downtown. The Bright, I'm going to let you have your turn in normal turn order now.
You are muted.
Yet again. This time it's Discord. There you go.
Actually, probably muted. So she's running over to the doorway,
Yep,
assuming that Trotter's going to come up with the kid, and she'll wait for them.
yep. Anything else? Bo? Anything?
She will. No bow, only an axe. She's going to hold an action in case something comes along. She needs to mull her up.
That's fair. Avendir.
Avendir is gonna climb down this way and use a dash.
Anyone else feel really dramatic when this plays during combat and you're just like... You're
Uh,
dashing, okay. So that's what? You get up something like 70 feet, I assume?
Yeah. I mean, is it going to be different to... No, it's 30 feet. I get 60.
Oh, is it 30? I thought you got 35. Okay. Yeah, so you get
Oh.
60 then. Do you want to give me an acrobatics check to dismount the wall without any issues, given that you've just scaled down it?
Actually, I've just realised I don't need to dash to get there, so... attributes... Acrobatics.
I'll let you have acrobatics if you want to be flamboyant about it.
I am
Yeah.
flamboyant about it.
So you make it down without any real issue, and yeah, feel free to take whatever movement you want.
So I move to here. Is this... Can I see the spider?
Yeah, that one's kind of in the archway.
Alright. I am gonna shoot it with my bow.
I'm going to give him slightly increased AC though because of the angle you're at.
Fair enough. That's fair enough. 18?
Still enough.
Nice. For 5 points of damage.
You hear it, and it this thing again recoils away in pain.
Is he dead?
He's not dead.
Does it recoil away in death?
Not in death, sadly.
These things are hard as nails.
They are.
You're just rolling shit. That's the other problem when it comes to your damage rolls. Everyone's rolling ones.
I've got some really bad news for after combat.
After combat, bad news. Oh, okay. Dylan, you're up next.
Yeah. Gonna back off across the
On
bridge
you fools!
to the
Yep.
side a little bit so you can run past me. Get me.
Yeah.
Blocking.
I'll give you that you can just move out of the way.
And I'm gonna have another pop shot at the bloody spider, see if we can down one.
What are you shooting him with?
No, longbow. Well, it's a
You
great
aren't.
thing.
Not with that roll.
No. I'm shooting at them with the pea shooter.
Can you just roll the damage on that just as a test? Okay, carry on.
As you were. Okay, you take your shot. And, yeah, Lifstan, it's you.
Okay, Liftan's outraged at these spiders. So with a feral scream, he's going to activate his second wind
Yep.
to go back to full health.
Is it full health? I thought it was a hit die.
It's going to end up... Oh, yeah, actually 1d10 plus my warrior level.
Yeah,
My bad.
calm down, lad.
Sorry, I thought you said 10. Roll.
Can you imagine?
Yeah. It's still
7
decent.
plus my warrior level 1, 8. So,
Yep.
yeah, I'm nearly back to full. So I've used my bonus action. I'll use my action to... I'm going to have to keep disengaging, aren't I? Got it to come back up to me.
If you want it, yeah, if you want to keep getting away.
Yep, I disengage. And will this make me to the other side of the bridge now?
Yep. Okay.
Is it
So,
worth... I'm going, Craig, one sec. Is it worth me doing... No. How many of them would have an attack of opportunity against me if I didn't disengage? Just the one in front of me?
2.
2.
Mm-hmm.
Because what's this bridge? Is this bridge like a one that it's roped either side? As in, if we get to this side, could we cut the bridge and let the bridge fall? Is my question.
It looks like it's held fairly sturdily with some wood as well. You could try, but it depends how well you do, in all honesty. Bearing in mind, it's just held you and Beran at the same time, so that's a fair bit of weight. You know it's fairly sturdy, given that you've managed to walk across it.
I'm thinking to try and slow them down somewhat.
I mean, they're spiders. They'll just crawl up the walls if they have to.
Yeah, I'll just stick to what I'm doing then and just disengage and run.
Yep, okay. I think that's probably a smarter play, to be honest, Chris. Back to my mates, who the good guys, come scuttling across the bridge. 2, 3, 4, and this one goes 5, 10, 20, 25, 30. I think you only do 30. What's the movement speed? Yeah, 30. And he, this one is going to try and web you. Oh dear, he's caught you running away and reckons this is his opportunity to web you up. And misses. Not very good at hitting a moving target.
Nice.
Trotter, what are you going to do?
Well, I'm gonna carry on running, but first I might, I'm gonna shoot them first before I go. So I'm gonna go for the same one.
I forgot to bite Beran, bastard.
Later.
Later.
So,
Bite me in a bit.
oh, so close.
Oh my.
So no, I'm not gonna do that. Or I am, but it's gonna go wide, and then I'm gonna carry on running. What's my movement speed?
I want to say
25
25 for a halfway.
Yeah, probably there.
25 feet will get you like 5, 20, 25.
Yeah, probably should have took the dash action, but there we go. Anyway, yeah, I'm on my way.
Okay.
And they're like, boy, run!
The bride.
Bride is covering Trotter and the boy, so she's just going to come up to them and wait there.
She's waiting for a spider to appear, isn't she?
She's not a heartless. She wants to protect the child.
Yeah, that's fair. What's the hound doing? I need to get you a token for the hound.
The hound is just guarding. He's on heel.
That's fair.
She's gonna be like, but boy, guard.
Avendir.
Can I see? Oh, there's one coming up to me.
Oh, there is very much one coming up to you.
I am gonna shoot the one right in front of me with a bow and arrow.
Mm-hmm.
20
You hit it.
for 7 points of damage.
That's better.
And I'm gonna run 30 feet. 5, 10, 15, 20. Well, I'll stand here. No, I'll stand here. I'll hide behind the boy.
Okay.
That's me done.
Brave. Baron.
I'm gonna disengage.
Yep.
Is that right? Is it 5 foot square? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's me.
Okay. So you get down the stairs. Another one appears. Dun, dun, dun. Liftstan, what are you doing?
Bye bye. Down the stairs. I'm gonna dash down the stairs and out.
Okay.
So what's my movement? So we'd have 60 feet. How far is it to get down? Would I get to the same where these are with a dash?
Yeah, roughly. You'd get to about here, just outside the tower, basically.
Oh, close. There you go.
So you kind of partied up, and I'm assuming Baldor's with Baron at this point as well as like almost a carried NPC rather than giving him a set token.
Yeah.
2 seconds. I just need to roll a d20. Okay. Do me a favor, Peter. Let me just check. Give me a insight check.
Keep picking the shitty ones.
Alright, that's not too bad. Suddenly, it's almost like time slows down. And that very dream of Belgo being ripped apart by a spider feels like deja vu all of a sudden. And this spider, like, you see it run, skitters up across the trees, launches across the trees here, leaps out of the trees, and just as you kind of recall what happens, you kind of spin round and thrust your sword through its belly as it goes to grab Belgo, and it just kind of curls up and its legs go in, like, and you recall that moment. And you guys have basically managed to put enough distance where you sprint off through the trees, but continuously as you run, retracing your steps as quickly as possible. These spiders, you can tell they're right behind you, and they chase you right to the edge of Mirkwood and back to the path where they all recoil and stop, waiting for you to return to the darkness.
I'm gonna Trotter's gonna shout like, "No second breakfast for you today!"
You can have some inspiration there, Meg. That's very
yay.
halfling-esque. Well done. You survived
That was intense.
the extremely dangerous spider nest. So, you make it back to the clearing to find your poor little ponies have just been left all on their own, waiting for you guys to come back, grazing on the nice clean grass. But well done, all of you, to be honest. You did well there. That was a fairly dangerous encounter to be your first kind of effort.
That was grim. I thought I was going to die.
Well,
That was me in the party.
It rolling on Peter's insight check there really could have been the end of poor little Belgo right in front of you, to be honest. nobody wants Belgo guts all over their uniform, do they? Right, so yeah, you make it back to the path, and with a bit of relief and a short rest and stuff, maybe Trotter cooks up some second breakfast for the group now that you've
That's
had
good.
a bit of adventure. You can
Maybe tie up with that man that ran off.
Oh yeah, let's check him
I'm
out
on a
and
leash.
see what's up with him.
So he's still
I'm on
really
a
confused, but as you sit down and he has more conversations with Belgo, you can see that his memory is somewhat returning to him, and he kind of recognizes. He starts to at least recognize Belgo. He's still not really sure who you guys are, but it's definitely caused him some problems, that stream, to be honest with you. And we'll take a quick short rest there, and I'm gonna take a quick toilet break. So let's take 5, and then we'll reconvene.
Sounds good.
Can I recover any HP on a short rest?
On the short rest, you roll hit dice, so yeah.
I haven't got any hit dice. On my card.
You should do on your character sheet. Where are they? I'm sure I've seen them somewhere.
1d12
hit
per
dice.
Slayer
1d12
level, so I'm
per
Slayer level
level.
1.
Yeah, so roll a d12 and that's your hit points that you get back.
Is there a way to do that on my card? I didn't just
On your what, sorry?
can't do it, say...
In the bottom of the chat window.
Yeah, just do it there.
The d12, yeah.
Bloody
Oh.
hell.
Better than nothing.
I'm pretending to see that one. Who's better than nothing, I suppose.
Doesn't say when my healing returns, like when I can use it again. There's guide. Age 64. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. 64. Hands of the Healer. Replenishes when you take a short rest. Nice.
What's this?
My healing replenishes on a short rest. So, when I said, because there's no Adventures in Middle-earth module for Foundry.
Yeah.
And we've been using the D&D 5e items.
Okay.
We've been slightly underpowered.
All right. What's it short on?
Like, for example, daggers on the items list for D&D items is +2, but on the character sheet is +4. And in fact, I think I can't remember who it's for, is +5. So I've gone in and manually modified everybody's items. So halfway through that fight, we were rolling correctly.
Okay. It did feel like it was a little on the low side, to be honest.
It was. I think that's how they make up for magic, I guess, where they slightly overpower the weapons.
Yeah.
So I fixed them all, but yeah, I'm going to have to check them.
To be honest, that was kind of pleasantly touch and go, not in a like oh my god, everyone's gonna die, but it was scary enough. It hit the right kind of area that I wanted it to be in.
Yeah, I mean, I thought I was certain we were going to lose Kristen.
Yeah, so was I, to be honest, at one point. So, the dagger is 1d4 piercing for Lord of the Rings.
That's the damage, but the attack bonus
Oh, was the attack bonus low?
Is +4 in Lord of the Rings, but +2 in D&D 5e.
Where's that listed? Is that on your character?
Yeah, so if you look on anybody's inventory,
Just trying to have a nosy at where it's actually listed
so
in
if you
terms
look,
of...
yeah, inventory, and then you click on dagger.
So at level 1, you get +2 proficiency, and then it's whatever you've got for finesse, so it should be similar, to be honest, depending on where your dexterity is.
What you've got for finesse? What do you mean?
For your dagger, because it's a finesse weapon, isn't it?
Oh, weapon proficiencies. Let me see.
Yeah, so it works the same way in terms of proficiency, and then whatever your stat is, it should be pretty similar. Barring
Okay.
some of the damage types are adjusted slightly for Lord of the Rings, depending on the weapon you're using.
I've just realised, looking at everybody's character sheets, the like immunities, vulnerabilities, proficiencies, they're not set up. So I guess that's what would give you a bonus, but they're not set up.
We'll
I'll do it over the week.
I was going to say throughout this week, well, maybe if both of us try, just get on and clean it up a bit, see what we can do to get it in a better place.
And then once we level up, I have no idea what we're going to do.
We have to work it out, won't we? This is why I said manual sheets.
If we level up. No, I mean, like, how does the level up work in this game?
We'll get to that when we get to it. It's just easy.
By D&D Beyond.
Yeah. You level up, but you don't level up anywhere nearly as quickly with Lord of the Rings as well. Because it's the way the timeline works. But I'm not going to sit and go into a 20-minute tangent on the timeline of where this is set. You're limited to how long your story can be anyway, in terms of how many quests you can fully complete. I think it's roughly like you do 5 quests in total, sort of. So you only kind of get like roughly a level per quest that you end up finishing. But a quest is, this whole journey is one quest in Lord of the Rings. Do you know what I mean? It's not like, oh, well, this tiny section, you've done a quest. The whole thing is kind of stretched out a little bit. Okay, so you have your short rest. Anything anyone wants to do? Make a point of?
Begrudgingly, Avrondir is going to get some more, what are they called? Athelas leaves and just start grinding them with a mortar and pestle.
Yeah.
Ready for the next misstep.
Thankfully, you're in Mirkwood, so that's quite easy for you to acquire at the moment. You know, that's kind of your herb of choice, given your location. You know of other herbs that are available. But yeah, this one's pretty readily available for you right now.
Where are the south roads?
The south roads.
Not on the map. Is it Old Forest Road?
That's the Old Forest Road, yeah. At the moment, you're taking the Elf Path, which is here.
Someone's gone to the effort of detailing all the different possible healing salves.
Of course, right? You know, why wouldn't you? This is also, this stretch of map is like, the woods is 400 miles long. It's massive. Like, Mirkwood is huge. And that kind of gives you the idea of the scale of Middle-earth, really. So, yeah, you start to follow the elf path again and just get back on with your journey. And Baldur, he lets you know that you've made it roughly about 3/4 of the way, he reckons now. Oh, is Dylan back? That's a good point. Is he with us? Oh, good. So yeah, he's still a little confused. He doesn't kind of really know who you guys are at this point. Again, he's not entirely sure what to make of you. He just kind of knows that you're good people because you've helped him, and that's about it. He only seems to have an idea of really that you helped him out of this jam. He doesn't really recall any of the other stuff you've done or discussed, which you find a little bit odd and unusual.
What happened to him? Why did he go funny in the first place?
He drank from the river.
Okay.
Are you asking the NPC that?
Am I? No, I would know that, wouldn't I? Because someone pointed out that we shouldn't drink from the river.
Yeah, we were told
Yeah.
not to drink from the river.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he drank from the river while you were all sleeping, and then went and skipped off into the woods like a Wizard
Like
of
he-
Oz or something.
Like he dropped acid.
Yeah. And it didn't really pan out too well for him, to be honest. But thankfully, you guys were there to save him, and good for you, because now little Belgo isn't going to be an orphan, which I'm really happy about. I was quite concerned he was going to, be left all on his own. So you trotting for a couple more days through the woods of Mirkwood along the path, when the skies feel really gloomy today. Like this next day you get up and they're really gloomy and awful. And you can tell a storm is coming. Like darkness gathers in the skies. And then it's only like half an hour's into your hike for the day, and then suddenly the heavens open, and it's like somebody just took the whole of Lake Town and dumped all of that water over you. And it becomes pretty clear when the wind and leaves start lashing you, and the branches are croaking from the woods, that you need to find some cover. It's getting quite dangerous. Can everybody give me perception checks, please?
Is it for the weather?
Just to see what you can see.
Because I have keen sense with weather, and I know some weather lore.
Okay.
Too.
So you know this is a dangerous storm straight away with that skill. This is a sort of thing where if you don't heed the warning, a halfling could get squashed by a tree quite easily if you don't find some cover and get to safety and possibly make yourself a nice hot meal.
If you ain't cooking stone,
Let's do that then.
you ain't coming home.
Okay, so the bride and Trotter both spot something just off the path, probably safe enough for you to go to. It looks like a giant fallen tree. You reckon you could take some shelter underneath that, and at least not have other getting absolutely lashed by the wind and rain, and you'll get a bit of cover.
Sounds good.
That'll do.
All right, so lightning starts to flash, and you start to realize how really dangerous this is getting. You notice, Trotter, particularly you, seem to spot a door on this fallen tree, which is quite odd. But the reason it stands out to you more than most is this is almost akin to what you would find in a halfling hole. So but it's almost hidden to everyone else and virtually imperceptible. But you seem to spot this entrance. I reckon it'd be a real squeeze for Baron, but you could get in quite easily. The elf could probably fit through fairly easily. Baron will get in, but it's going to be a bit of a squash and a squeeze getting into this entrance. Are you going to go in?
Well, is the door open? Is there a door?
It's not like a physical door. It's like a doorway. So it's well hidden. It was under some brush and scrub, basically.
Okay, I'm gonna knock on the tree at
Just
the side
on the
or
wood.
whatever there. Yeah, and be like, "Hello, is anybody home? We need shelter for the night."
You knock on the tree and it makes a distinctively hollow sound.
Okay, probably light a torch and make my way in. A bit like you stumbling in someone else's house without inviting you in, but looking for signs of life or occupancy.
So the entrance tunnel opens into a single round room. The walls are made of dead wood, and the roofing is like a mix of leaves, thatch, and debris, basically, that keeps the rain off the roof. What you find extremely interesting is there is food cooking on a fire in the center of the room.
Oh.
Ooh, I rub my hands together.
Can we shout out hello?
Yeah.
Hello, friend. Is there anybody there?
And you get no response, interestingly. So Trotter goes in and spots the food. Now you're hoping that this food is at least rabbits or squirrels and maybe some unknown meats. You can't really tell. You're not 100%. There is a single bed with leaves and furs to the side of this main chamber, and some meat hangs from long dark strings from the ceiling.
Is this just a single room then? There's no like toilet space or anything. Like there couldn't be somebody
Not
somewhere
that you can
else.
tell. Not yeah. It's not big enough to be like a multi-roomed house. It's almost like a hollowed out hovel that somebody's using.
Can we look for signs to see if we can identify what sort of person, whether it's a human or whatever else there could be living in these parts?
Is the bride going in? Your audio is not coming through today.
It's your microphone that's muted now.
Yeah, it's not Discord. You've unmuted Discord, but for some reason it's still not coming through.
Do the other thing that you did.
Whatever you did, turn it off and on again.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yep. Here we know.
Yeah, just change setting and change back again. There you go.
Okay.
Who's in there? Is it just Trotter at the moment?
Trotter at the moment. I'm going to go with Trotter first, because Trotter's the smallest one to fit through, really.
Okay. She might poke her head in, because she smells food.
Yeah. You certainly smell the food. Seems
Does
interesting.
she recognise the meat hanging? Because she's a hunter, so she'd probably recognise if it's game.
Yeah, there is a bit of rabbit on the fire. At least you think it's rabbit.
Not feeling real confidence.
Mm.
Any signs that anyone's around?
Well, the fact that there's a fire running and meat is hanging over it to be cooked. Yeah, I'd say that's fairly obvious signs that somebody's around.
Outside, around the area. So, as a hunter, you expect her to have some kind of perception of.
Yes. You go on. Give me a perception check or survival, in fact. So you poke your head in, you see the game on the fire, and immediately look around like someone's around.
Yeah, where are they? Where are they hiding?
Yep. You see regular sets of foot tracks coming and going from this little shelter, so somebody is actively living here. You can't tell which ones are the freshest because there's quite a few, but there's definitely somebody regularly coming and going from this location.
Human, elf, or halfling? What size foot
Human.
tracks?
Human. What does anyone else want to do?
Do we get an evil vibe from the place?
I don't know. Are you going in this time? I'll let you go in now. Now that
Yeah.
Trotter's had the chance to kind of poke around.
Is the bride going in before me?
She's poked
she's
her head in
back
and then
in.
looked around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's keeping her eyes on the woods because there's nothing in there.
I mean, we are in the middle of a storm, so we're probably best going in. So this van will
Yeah, I
walk
mean,
down.
you're all going to have to go in eventually.
So this van will be like, come on, quick, in. The storm's getting worse. We can deal with this later.
Trotter's already sat at the table serving himself a plate.
Oh God, this van's gonna usher them in and then walk in and slap Trotter's hand and be like, and take the food away from him and go, I know what the belly of a halfling is like, but this is not your food to eat.
I'll leave some.
Livstan's like, I'll leave some, and then just like quickly just grabs an apple from the fruit basket next to him and just puts it in his pocket. Like,
I'm just saying it's not ours to eat. Slaps Trotter's hand and moves the bowl and puts it back in the whatever's cooking.
So
whilst this is going on, the bride's going to go tell the family to get in, but she's going to go hobble the horses as well so they can't get away.
yeah, which is probably a good idea, and just shelter them on like the calmest side of the log, because it's a massive tree, right? It's a huge tree that's been hollowed out. Even though it's only kind of one main room, it's, as you can imagine, it's pretty freaking huge. Yeah. So yeah, it doesn't really take long. You tie the horses up and you get inside, and you're just really just warming yourself around the fire and grateful for a bit of heat. When you start to hear scratching outside, and then suddenly this awful, reeking, pungent smell. You smell it before you see a face, and this dishevelled-looking, scruffy old man kind of crawls through the tunnel and is like, "Huh!" as he sees you, and doesn't really know what to do. He just kind of recoils in fear of like, he can't find his words.
Can we reassure him and be like, tell him we don't mean any harm and stuff? But just tell him we're seeking shelter from the storm.
He says, "Don't need a name, do I? I am me." He doesn't really know what to do with you. He's really confused.
I'll bow very low and I'll just say, "Hello, friend, me. I'm Lisvan."
He says, "I'm me." He says, "But you're not me. You need a name." Say it again.
Listvan.
Listman. Okay. He's looking around and he's worried, and he kind of just brings his spear to his side, and he's just kind of looking over all of you like he doesn't know what to do. Really, he's a bit confused.
I mean, well, we don't want to. Somehow, fella, we don't really want to put him out, do we? Shall we ask him if he's comfortable with us being here, or because we have just walked into his house?
You can ask him.
Yeah, we could go and seek shelter elsewhere if needed, if he doesn't want us there.
No, we can't.
This is only the first place we've come across, isn't it?
This is. Let me just post what he looks like so you can all see his smelly, dishevelled face.
While all this is going on, I asked Trotter for a drag of that pipe weed.
Huh?
I'll pull out the weed pipe and pass it around.
He says, "Oof."
Like,
He sniffs it in as you're smoking it, like,
come and join us, friend.
He says, friends don't invade homes.
Yeah, we'll just, as I say, we'll say to him we were seeking shelter from the storm, but if he wants us to leave, we'll leave.
Give me a persuasion check, please, Trotter.
Me?
Do you not mean...
Yeah.
Chris?
I'm not persuading him, am I?
You can both give me one. Let's see what happens.
Persuasion.
He stinks. He stinks to high heaven, by the way. He absolutely reeks the whole room out.
I'm gonna blow smoke on him 15. And try and like smoke the smell out of him.
15 and 18.
Okay. Collectively, I think you've done well enough there to kind of you've treat him with some respect and kindness. Respectper, yeah, that's the one. And he said he looks outside and looks back, and he realizes he's outnumbered here, but he accepts that you're not a threat to him. You don't mean him harm. You're just looking for somewhere to stay. He says, "You can stay," but he looks at you, Trot, and says, "Don't eat my food."
Oh.
And he kind of just sits down and just rips one of the hunks of meat off the spit and just starts chomping away at it.
Can we cook our own food?
Lifton's going to say out the corner of his mouth, "Told you."
Yeah.
I'm hungry.
You say, "Can we cook our own food?" And he just kind of shrugs to you and says, "Like, yeah, if you want to use the fire."
Yeah, I'll get on with cooking us some then. Give him a bit of a side glance, like,
It's a bit weird. He randomly just says stuff like, "Had a name once," just out of nowhere, and he's a bit odd.
I like him already. Avandir is going to produce a handful of mushrooms and a turnip that he was picking along the way.
Okay.
With his herbalism.
Yeah, I'll take it.
It just plops them on the table.
Mushrooms, I'll give you. Turnip, actually, not in the middle of Mirkwood. Mushrooms, definitely.
A carrot? No, wild.
They need a
carrot?
lot
Yeah,
of
go on
Wild
then.
berries, wild onions.
Yeah, I'll give you wild berries and onions and
garlic.
mushrooms.
Okay.
Garlic.
Tubers,
It produces the
chili
berry,
and mushrooms.
and
He's
Before you-
listing shit now for me to work out whether I think it'll grow in Mirtwood. Hang on a minute, I'll just get on Gordon Ramsay's website. Will
Peter's
this
got more
grow in
fruit and veg than
Mirtwood?
Tesco at the minute.
Yeah. Fuck off, Chris.
we can't get any vegetables around here, so I can only make them up in D&D.
Yeah, he's living out his fantasies by
Yeah.
a D&D game of getting vegetables.
Okay, so he puts the berries and a couple of wild onions and the mushrooms on the table, and he says, "Do not cook the berries." But I'm not hungry. You lot eat.
Right.
Okay. Trotter pulls out his short sword and starts chopping him up to make
So,
some kind of
after a
stew.
few minutes, you don't really notice it at first, but then when you start to look around the room in the firelight, there is all sorts of evil and nasty, gnarly looking faces carved into the inside of the trunk.
Oh.
I mean, he's a bit of a, by the sound of it, he's a bit of a, like, a
Which one?
dude, isn't he? He's a bit, like, he's a bit nuts.
Yeah,
one of-
yeah.
Which one of these faces is called Wilson? Wilson!
Like, when we noticed him, like, obviously we've seen what he's like now, haven't we? Even that he's a bit
The
nutty.
shadow hides in many places. He just quirks out weird lines like that, and you're like, okay. You're just eating your food, and he like starts yelling stuff to you, and you're like, oh, okay, you know.
Do we know what his name is? Did he say what his name is?
He
Me?
said, I am me.
Okay, so Avandir says, "So me, how long have you lived here?
He says, long time.
How many moons? How many winters?"
Says, do not count winters or days. I just survive.
Love what you've done with the place. Very homely.
Mm.
Now I point to one of the carvings on the wall with still a mouthful of food and be like, "Who are your friends?"
You point to them, and he looks really spooked. He says, "They keep the spirits away." And when he says that, the bride notices that, like, whilst these are very, very, what's the word? Basic carvings, they do look like something that you would recognize that woodmen do as a, you would carve things into the wood to keep evil spirits away from you. But obviously, normally it would be done by a professional, what's the word? Someone who does wood stuff, joiner and whatnot, a builder, right? Yeah, carpenter. There you go. That's the word I was looking for. But this guy's done his own roughshod versions, and they're really like rough, scraggly looking faces, and he's just kind of clearly done the best he's got with a knife, you know?
Is
So they're like faces of like wards to keep evil away.
People, orcs, everything. It's like you can tell they're different creatures, and he's they're not great. They're not, absolute artistic perfection. They're really rough carvings into the wood.
And he said what? To keep the shadows away?
It keeps the shadows at bay. The shadow at bay it is.
All right.
And is he saying that to all of us?
Yeah.
I'll be like, oh, well, that's good. We feel much safer now because we don't like the shadow. Like, let's go with him.
He looks at you and he just says, "The shadow of Dol Guldur looms in these parts," and that puts a chill, particularly down the bride's spine because she knows what Dol Guldur is. It's a fortress where a necromancer lives.
You can go. Yes, the forest is dark, and
And full of
the
terrors.
necromancer is near. Yeah.
Can I use my Lord of Lost Crate because he's mentioned Dol Guldur to try and strike up a conversation with him about it?
He doesn't really want to say. It's hard. You get very disjointed information from him. He doesn't hold the normal conversation like me and you.
Yeah,
it's
no,
very
just
scatty. He's clearly
more
been
to, like,
broken
comfort-
at some point.
just to comfort him because obviously Dol Guldur, I know what it is out of game,
Yeah,
But
yeah.
in game, like him saying that it's not good, like I want to use my law to know what that is, and then like soothe them and just reassure them, be like, don't worry, Dol Guldure's not gonna get you. It's
You wouldn't, to be honest, as a man of the Dale, you probably wouldn't even know what Dol Guldur was. Like you
even
live
with me
so
Lord of the
far
Lost,
removed. Yeah, you live so far removed from that location.
I
You
wouldn't
still
know
pretend.
about it.
Yeah,
You can still pretend.
yeah. I mean, you can try and bluff him if you want.
So what he said, it's what from Dol Guldur.
He says the shadow rises from Dol Guldur.
I'll look at Peter's character card. I'll look at Avondia and just be like, do you want to take this? Because him being from Mirkwood and stuff, I assume he's going to know what he's talking about.
Do you know what you can do, Chris? You can give me a shadow law roll to see if that'll tell me if you know it. Let's let the dice decide what you know and what you don't know.
D20.
Sing it.
Yay!
On sing it, what are you doing?
Flights to Florida. Just I'm going to Dol Guldur on holiday next week. Yeah. So,
Costa del Guldur.
You the fella who built it.
whilst you haven't visited Dol Guldur, you've heard stories in taverns, right? Like particularly traveling merchants, like the likes of Baldur, right? Who travel these sort of roads with other bandits and the like. You know that place is dangerous, and what you might refer to as a fortress of evil.
Okay, well, I'm gonna reassure him that, like, oh, we don't like it. It's very, very evil place. We as godly men and women dare not venture there. It's a place best left alone.
He said, "Nor should you." In a very suddenly, like he reaches compos mentis really quickly and goes, "Nor should you." Like
But Gandalf
Okay.
knows.
Weird. Can we eat
So-
up and go?
What did the bride say?
Bit Gandalf-esque.
A little, I suppose. A little. And then the lightning continues to flash and strike outside, and he just gets on his mattress and curls up and goes to sleep as if you aren't even there.
Yeah. I mean, are we staying here or what?
Trotter checks the weather forecast and look. I presume it's going to be a storm up for a
Yeah.
while yet. Then Trotter lets everyone know like we shouldn't venture out till this storm has passed. It's not safe, and I recommend we stay here for a little bit at least. And
Yeah.
then looks at him in bed and like,
Who takes first watch?
I'll take first watch because I'm still trying to squeeze through the doorway.
Just
Stuck in the door.
wedged in the doorway.
Not the door. We have a new one. Thanks.
get some fat from the pan and smear it down the side of your body to kind of sludge.
Ooh. Greased up deaf guy.
Okay, so
God,
before we
fantastic.
kind of close out there, does anyone want to do anything else?
Is there anything else around interesting? We've obviously seen a fire and a pot. Is there any books? Is there any?
There's nothing of note in terms of ornamental stuff or belongings or possessions like me or you would know them. It's interesting. He does cling on to a little wrapped up piece of cloth, which he holds very close to himself actually. And when he finishes having his sleep, he is staying, by the way.
Are we allowed?
Yeah, you're allowed to stay. He'd let you stay.
Yeah, then. Is the storm still going on?
Yeah, the storm continues for quite a while, so you're like, well, we might as well get some rest as well, to be honest.
Is there any bits of wood around?
I mean, you can go outside and just pick some loose twigs and sticks and stuff up if you want
I'm
to.
thinking
Why?
of something more substantial. I want to kind of carve him another face as a gift or something, like don't know, some kind of
Another
new
one.
Okay.
friend for him. Another Wilson.
Another Wilson. Okay. I mean, they're carved into the wood itself of his home. You just don't
Oh,
see them
no, I
under the
wanna
dark
make him-
firelight, at first.
Like an ornament or something, that can stand.
Okay.
stand up.
Let me see what you're going to whittle him something from a piece of wood. What can Trotter use as a skill to get that? Let's see Trotter's sleight of hand. See how capable Trotter is of whittling something like this.
How good's your sleight handing? Ooh.
17.
Okay.
Must be
17.
recognisable.
That's very good. So you whittle him that up, and you give him it in the morning, and he says to you, "This is very kind." Almost a tear wells up in his eye because he's literally never been given a gift in such a long time. And can you do me a lore check, please?
Ooh.
Lore. Just normal. Not very loreful.
That's okay.
Can Craig, can the warden's gift that Dylan gave me before we give to Trotter? Because I haven't used it.
Yeah, go on. I'm feeling generous. Yeah, let's do that. So add
What's that?
D6 onto that.
Oh, nice. 19.
Okay. So he takes it, and he's really he's quite moved by your offering of a gift. Even though he finds you a bit unusual because you're so small. And he says, a gift for a gift. And he hands you this thing that he's got wrapped in cloth, and he says, "This belongs to you," and gives it to you, Trotter.
What is it?
Oh,
Open it.
thank
Open
you.
it.
Can I peek inside it?
Yep. It's
poo.
It's poo.
it's
Thanks.
it's a piece of a metal shard, but it has the head of a wolf clearly engraved in it. Now the bride will recognize this. It's an axe head called Wolfbiter.
Oh.
Oh.
Ooh.
Should I know what that is?
And it is of legendary renown in Wolfman tribes, basically.
She's gonna peer over Trotter's shoulder or over to his head and go,
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Ooh.
So juicy.
Ooh. So Wolfbiter is thought to have been lost years ago, basically, and it's a Wolfman legendary weapon, basically. It's clearly not the whole thing; it's part of it, but still, as a woodsman, you would recognize that almost instantly because that's the sort of stories that get told around your campfires, right back home. It's like Wolfbiter. Wait until you get to go back home, hopefully holding part of Woodbiter. You'll be heralded an absolute hero, and people will be like, so it'll be interesting to see how that pans out. But on that note, you can take Wolfbiter's axe head with you, and we'll leave it there for this week, I think.
Ooh.
Oh, exciting.
Nice. Shinies. Is it an axe?
It's an
Axe
axe
head.
head. It's a metal shard. It's not even the whole of it. It's part of it.
So it's not even the full top of the axe then, just a bit of it.
It's part of it, effectively. So you know that this axe was last in the possession of someone called Bargrim, Sarah. And Bargrim was at least the leader of the clan of the Woodland Hall, which is it's one of the biggest woodland settlements.
I look at the hermit then and go, shame.
Yeah.
Knowing it's probably Bargrim, isn't it?
So this, interestingly to you, and you'll know this, is Bargrim was last seen heading towards Dol Guldur wielding the Wolfbiter.
Is this the guy then that we're at?
Who knows?
Oh.
And that was inherited from his father, who died in the Battle of the Five Armies. So his father wielded it, Baldred, and Balgrim would then take it to Dol Guldur in order to defeat the necromancer. Only he never actually returned.
Curious.
There you go. And we'll leave that there for this week.
God damn it! Could have been next Friday already.
Nice.
Thank you very
Thanks,
much.
Craig.
Thank you very
That was
much,
awesome.
Craig. Enjoyable,
That was good.
as always.
Thanks, guys. We actually got to do some combat this time, and we got an interesting item, which is good, and it's. I'm looking forward to seeing where this goes. Really.
You got to do some
Look at
combat, Craig, because I couldn't hit a damn thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Me
we should
neither.
change my name to Dumpty.
At least we can.
Humpty
we can all
Dumpty.
go.
Stop the wall.
Didn't get a hit thing.
Yeah, a good runaway session, that wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Our legs worked.
Q fights and runs away.
Sometimes you got
to.
it.
Spider.
Yeah.
Nope.
Oh,
To be fair, we hit that first spider on 3 separate occasions and it didn't die, so, like, there was...
yeah,
what did
they're
you,
right.
what did
You
say, there
also
was
hit
12 of
3
them?
different ones, so it was like,
And there was 12 of them in that little section, did you say?
Yeah.
10 of them, 12 of them?
roughly a dozen, yeah.
Yeah, so,
Yeah, I think
like,
we
we
made
couldn't even kill one. We made the best decision by
Yeah.
running.
It wasn't an encounter where you're supposed to stand toe to toe and chop all the spiders up. Do you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
a grab the guy and run like fuck
Yeah.
kind of scenario, and you did exactly that. And
Yeah,
Peter
loops.
thankfully saved the young boy as well from almost certain death.
Oh yeah, when the
Yeah.
thing jumped him, yeah.
I feel like this is a lot of... Not like D&D where it's come out, let's stand up fight. This is literally, we just need to get out of here.
It's dangerous. Like, you think, and I said this before when we first kind of looked at it. I said it is low magic and it is very gritty and tough. Like, even a pack of wolves can chomp you to bits, which is like, yikes. But, I love it for that reason.
Deadly.
I like
Yeah.
the grittiness of it, that you've got to think differently to how you usually would.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah,
just like,
yeah.
oh, well, I've got 1,200 abilities and I'm just going to sling a